Hello all, a warm welcome to my channel. In this video, the chapter on the role of family and friends in shaping your habits, Claire explores the powerful influence that our social environment can have on our habits, and offers practical tips for leveraging this influence to create positive change. Let's get into the video. In the book, Atomic Habits, by James Clear, the chapter on the role of family and friends in shaping your habits discusses the powerful influence that social norms and peer pressure can have on our habits. Clear argues that our habits are often shaped by the people around us, including our family members, friends, and colleagues, and that we can use this social influence to our advantage by intentionally seeking out positive role models and creating a supportive social environment. One key concept in this chapter is the idea of social norms. Social norms are the unwritten rules and expectations that govern our behavior in a given social group or context. These norms can be both positive and negative, and they can have a profound impact on our habits. For example, if the people around us tend to engage in unhealthy behaviors like smoking or overeating, we are more likely to adopt those habits ourselves, even if we know they're not good for us. However, social norms can also be used to our advantage. By seeking out positive role models and surrounding ourselves with people who engage in healthy habits, we can create a social environment that supports our own efforts to establish good habits. For example, if we want to establish a habit of regular exercise, we can join a fitness group or find a workout partner who shares our goals and values. Clear also discusses the importance of accountability in habit formation. Accountability refers to the idea of being responsible for one's own actions and being held responsible by others. By creating a system of accountability, such as working with a coach or mentor, sharing our goals with friends and family, or tracking our progress, we can increase our motivation to maintain good habits and avoid slipping into bad habits. Another important idea in this chapter is the role of identity in shaping our habits. Clear notes that our habits are often linked to our sense of self, and that by adopting the identity of someone who engages in a particular habit, we can make that habit a part of our identity and increase our motivation to maintain it. For example, if we want to establish a habit of eating a healthy diet, we can adopt the identity of a health-conscious person and make that part of our self-image. The chapter also discusses the importance of creating a supportive social environment. Clear notes that our social environment can have a powerful impact on our habits, and that by intentionally seeking out positive role models and creating a supportive community of like-minded individuals, we can increase our chances of success. This can involve joining a group or organization that shares our goals and values, or simply spending more time with friends and family who support our efforts to establish good habits. One example Clear provides in the chapter is the blue zones, which are areas around the world with unusually high concentrations of centenarians, people who live to be 100 or older. These areas have been studied extensively by researchers, who have found that one of the common factors contributing to the residents' longevity is their strong social connections and sense of community. In other words, the social environment in these areas is highly conducive to healthy habits, which in turn contribute to longevity. Clear also notes that the power of social influence can be harnessed to create positive change at the societal level. For example, campaigns that promote healthy behaviors like exercise, healthy eating, or quitting smoking can be more effective if they leverage the power of social norms and peer pressure. By creating a sense of social momentum around a particular behavior, these campaigns can make it easier for individuals to adopt the desired habit and create a more positive social environment overall. The chapter also addresses some of the challenges that can arise when trying to establish good habits in a less supportive social environment. For example, Clear notes that negative peer pressure can be a major barrier to habit formation, and that it can be difficult to resist the pull of social norms that conflict with our goals and values. However, he also provides strategies for dealing with these challenges, such as finding alternative social groups or seeking out supportive individuals who share our values and goals. Clear also emphasizes the importance of choosing our social environment wisely, and surrounding ourselves with people who share our goals and values. He notes that we are often heavily influenced by the people around us, whether we realize it or not, and that our social connections can shape our behavior in profound ways. To illustrate this point, Clear shares the story of a man named Joe, who was struggling to quit smoking. Despite his best efforts, Joe found himself repeatedly falling back into old habits whenever he was around his smoking friends. However, when Joe joined a new social group that was focused on healthy living, he found it much easier to quit smoking and maintain his new habits. Clear also explores the role that family can play in shaping our habits. He notes that many of our habits and behaviors are learned from our families, and that these patterns can be difficult to break. However, he also emphasizes that it is possible to change our family's habits by taking a leadership role and modeling the behavior we want to see. For example, if we want our family to eat healthier, we can start by making small changes to our own eating habits and encouraging others to follow suit. Over time, these small changes can add up and create a new family norm around healthy eating. Finally, the chapter on the role of family and friends in shaping your habits also touches on the importance of accountability in habit formation. Clear notes that having a sense of accountability to others can be a powerful motivator, and that we are more likely to stick to our habits when we know that others are watching and expecting us to follow through. To this end, Clear recommends finding an accountability partner or group, whether it's a workout buddy, a support group, or an online community. By sharing our goals and progress with others, we can create a sense of shared responsibility and increase our motivation to stick with our habits over the long term. Clear also notes that the social environment can influence our habits in subtle ways that we may not even be aware of. For example, he cites research that has shown that people tend to adopt the eating habits of those around them, even if they are not consciously aware of it. This means that we may be unknowingly influenced by the eating habits of our family and friends, and that these habits can be difficult to change unless we are aware of them and actively work to counteract them. To this end, Clear recommends taking a close look at our social environment and identifying any habits or behaviors that may be holding us back from achieving our goals. This might involve setting boundaries with negative influences, seeking out new social groups that align with our values, or even moving to a new location if necessary. At the same time, Clear acknowledges that changing our social environment is not always easy or practical. For many of us, our social connections are deeply rooted and intertwined with our sense of identity and belonging. In these cases, Clear recommends finding small ways to nudge our social environment in a more positive direction, such as by introducing healthy foods at social gatherings or suggesting group activities that promote exercise and physical activity. Overall, the chapter on the role of family and friends in shaping your habits highlights the complex interplay between social influence and habit formation, and offers practical strategies for leveraging this influence to create positive change. By being intentional about our social environment, and by seeking out supportive relationships and communities, we can increase our chances of success and build habits that stick for the long term. Finally, the chapter emphasizes the importance of taking personal responsibility for our habits. Clear notes that while our social environment can have a powerful impact on our habits, ultimately we are responsible for our own actions and the habits we choose to adopt. By taking ownership of our habits and making deliberate choices about the behaviors we want to cultivate, we can create lasting change and improve our overall well-being. Importance points from the above topic. 1. Our social environment plays a significant role in shaping our habits, and we may be influenced by the habits and behaviors of those around us, even if we are not aware of it. 2. Choosing our social environment wisely and surrounding ourselves with people who share our goals and values can be a powerful tool in habit formation. 3. Family can also play a significant role in shaping our habits, as many of our habits and behaviors are learned from our families. 4. Changing family habits can be difficult, but taking a leadership role and modeling the behavior we want to see can be an effective strategy. 5. Accountability to others can be a powerful motivator in habit formation, and finding an accountability partner or group can increase our motivation to stick with our habits. 6. Being intentional about our social environment, seeking out supportive relationships and communities, and finding small ways to nudge our social environment in a more positive direction can increase our chances of success and help us build habits that stick for the long term. Learn daily. Grow daily.